Hey, how you guys doing? Yeah, so I wasn't streaming this, but was recording this, obviously. So we're gonna go ahead. I just want to let you guys know that I'm actually installing a second monitor, but I had a really good game, so I wanted to show you guys it. Well, two okay games. I will say that I kind of screamed about them, but anyway, just checking my stuff really quick. Okay, so I am gonna go ahead and do this, and then
Big plans for you. Don't disappoint me.
okay, so this is the first game. So we do have about 42 minutes worth of streaming here. I am going to be able to cut this down a little bit, but I did want to kind of show you guys the kind of crap that's been happening to me. I've been making videos of me basically complaining about this game and how unfair it is. And yeah, so last night, actually, when this came out, Steel Hunter, I jumped on that night and I was getting absolutely demolished by people in Mahau, all, just you name it, right? Even my own clan, I ran into a guy, and it's just like I said. You just basically save your X button is what I've been doing. I save it, and then when I'm fighting a guy, I hit the X button to see if there's people like vultures waiting to kill me, which it's definitely a good tactic if you're looking to do this. I am going to do something really quick, you guys. Let me go ahead and pause this. I forgot to bring up my chat, so just give me 1 sec here. Like I said, I'm in the process of, I actually have my good monitor unplugged, and I'm in the process of putting in another one. So let me go ahead and pull this screenshot up, and then I just need to start up restream chat, which I can see over the top. I can see over the top of stuff. I just gotta sign into it. What? Maybe it's my old email. Sorry about this, you guys. Yep, it was my old email. Of course, it was my old email. Alright, so let's get this back rolling. Okay, mute this. Stream's doing good. Okay, so this is where we were. I want you guys to be able to see this, so I need to change the transparency of this. Let me see, it would be Discord appearances. Make sure there's nothing here. So scale's fine. Colorize names, yeah. Show avatar always on top, yes. Click. So we want the background to be super transparent. There we go. Okay, so we got that good. So now I can see you guys, and I can type to you too. Go ahead and check it. See if it actually registers. Okay, so it checked out on Twitter, but it did not check out on YouTube. Okay. Well, it looks like that's not going to work, this thing. So let's go ahead and just close it, and I'll just check chat here and there. Let me do this so we can see what's going on. All right. So let's go ahead and play this. So you guys seen that was completely green, right? Now I decided to use heat on this. because you do more damage. And I'm also shooting at the side of this guy. But you'll see here that I'm actually really shocked that some of these shells just bounce. You know? This is probably the best place to kill the Soviet tank. I don't know why they put that huge cupola on there. It's almost like yeah, but look at how much damage he's doing. I mean, considering he's got a, I think it's a 152, but it's such a small, it looks to me like an 85, but. So I've been going dynamics forever because it just makes you all around better. Detection range, and then I've been going loading speed, but I'm gonna go damage per shot on this one, which I would say that in the beginning stages for me has been actually good, unless you run into like a French tank, because a lot of times people can look at you and see, they can see what's going on. So I can see there's a guy behind me. You guys will notice there's a reason why I'm actually hiding. I'm not using my X. It's not really to make it so people know. But with damage per minute, it means that I can easily kill this guy, because I'm naturally just going to be doing more damage than him. So I'm doing 300. He's doing, it says he did 490. So I actually don't know what's up with that. It looks to me like he's at the same stage as me. I actually didn't know that when I fought this guy. I did not know that that's what's going on. So he was shooting the neck of my turret, and a lot of people do shoot the neck. I'm going to say that the hatch is a good place to shoot, but the best place is that side area where I just shot. Now I'm going to go ahead and just tell you guys that this is actually some of the best shots I've actually seen with how much I'm lagging. As you guys can see, I was at 75 ping. 75 and then dropping down to 50. I would say that it would, I wish it was just more stable, a more stable connection, because then I could play much better. But there's nothing I can do about that except for complain. But I'm gonna go, I went armor on this one, and I'm gonna say it was a big mistake. One of the reasons why it's a big mistake is because this tank is super slow. If you go the other way, you're a little bit faster, and you can prevent people from getting alongside you much easier than with this tank. This tank, you know, it's a good tank, but, you know, as I said, you know, this haul is good, but it's slow. So, I mean, if you were to hit tab and look, you know, if you were to hit tab and look, let's check. No, it does look like somebody's watching. So if you were to hit tab and look at what tanks, I've been getting put into games where I'm literally fighting the Valkyrie so many times. That's why I played so well against it, because I've been playing, I mean, I've been being teamed up against like 6 of them at a time. I did some streams last night that I made private, but it was I made them private because I was absolutely raging. I was raging after even my winning games because I felt like I got so screwed. Which is kind of, I mean, like, it is how it is. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is the part right here where I get upset, is that I am going to try and get my final upgrade, and I am not going to be able to get it. I think I chase it almost until my death on this match, but I'm not sure. I think I might have 2 games on here. But it's not going to be 40 minutes. Yeah, I don't know about you, but if I was him, I would not mess around with me. But here, look, if you take a look, he's got the big alpha gun. And of course, I can't pin him anywhere, right? So I don't know if I win this match or not. I don't remember. I don't think I do. He's got the I think it's not a defender, but there's literally nowhere I can pin. So I'm trying to figure out a place to fight this guy, because I haven't actually played this tank before, It's very rare to see a Volstagg or Volgog or whatever fully upgraded. The only place I can know to hit him is that bottom plate, which he's conveniently given me. Now, he's going for the neck of my turret, so I just keep trying to wiggle. I will say that this tank, I actually don't know which the best place is. And of course, I hit just above the upper plate. As you guys can see, it's right where I was aiming too. That's the funniest part. So he is doing 416 to 430 on average, and I'm doing maybe 400. Now right here, I mean, that should have went through in my opinion. I was really shocked with that. Now I'm going to go ahead and say that this isn't RNG, this is just bad aiming on my part. But you're going to see that this guy, I don't know what he's doing. Honestly, I don't know what he's aiming for. I think he's aiming for the neck of my turret. There are plenty of places I can shoot on this. And that should have pinned 2 in my opinion. Now, this guy, when he's shooting up at me... So I just got my DPM up. I can't shoot him there. I can pin him there with that shell, right? So now I'm using heat. He's got some sort of circle. I don't know what that is. Maybe, as you can see, like I'm having a really hard time pinning him. I am literally a one-shot, and I realized that the way he was able to pin me there during this fight, the way he was able to pin me was that we weren't on level ground. He was shooting down at me, so he's trying to back up, and I'm not really letting him. And there we go. There's another one of those where it's like, wait a minute, that was green. I mean, how far could the round have gone? You know? I gotta shoot him at least 4 more times, as you guys can see. And of course I hit the thickest part of the turret. He's having a really hard time with me too, but it's because he's out of AP rounds, it looks like. No, he's still using AP. Look, it says 290, but he was hitting me for like 5 something. I actually thought I was gonna die any second. Seriously, I was like, I'm gonna just die any second. Look at that. It's green. It's green. That's why I don't like face hugging people. I don't know how I won that. I will say that I'm pretty sure that me moving around when he was gonna fire is what helps. But look at how slow we are. You know, super slow. Got 3 people watching. So super slow. I don't recommend, if you do this, go the other route, go hit points, because you end up with 3,000 hit points, which if you end up surviving to the end, you'll have more hit points than any of the other tanks. So if it just comes down to dying, you know, which is what's been happening to me, is that people have been waiting a lot longer to fight each other. They just wait till the last. So right about here, I know, hey, even if I die, I'm gonna get 100, but I want 300. You know, I want the max. So as you guys can see, I'm like, I need to repair up. I'm gonna go ahead and use this repair zone, which does help. I'm gonna go ahead and say that when I did this, I actually thought to myself, I'm probably gonna need this at the end. You know what I mean? Because it does not look like people are actually fighting each other. So camping out. If you can camp out, I mean, for me personally, if I camp the drop zones, if I camp them out, usually I can farm damage. Now, I want you guys to just look at this. I bounced him. As you can see, I bounced him. He got my motor. Look, it's solid green. I bounce him again. He hits me with his thing. And this is going to be my game, you guys. I haven't pinned him, and then when I actually did fire, did you guys see that? Here, look. I want you guys to see this, look. This is the bull crap I'm talking about. When I fire, so you watch where my round hits. Look at my connection. As soon as this guy came near me, my connection went up to 75. Now watch where my round hits. It's gonna hit way. Look at that. I am aimed here, and I hit over here. It's absolute bullshit. Look at my connection. It's actually at 65. But because I'm playing a guy from Mahau, seriously, it just means I'm not gonna even be able to land a shell on him. He bounced 2 shots on the side, you know. We can go ahead and say that yeah, he had heat, you know, he has those shields. But I'm gonna go ahead and say that it usually still goes through. I've never bounced shit with that tank on the side, especially heat shells. As you guys can see, I get just literally, I didn't even land a shell on him. I had 3 bounces and 1 miss that was nowhere near where I was going to hit. So, as you guys seen, like I said, you tell me what's fair about what just happened there. I mean, if I hit him, I mean, he was going to get me because I'm so slow. But every round he fired pinned, every round I fired bounced. We could blame RNG, but 3 in a row, it's a little too lucky in my opinion. So we're going to go ahead and just go to our next disappointment. We did get 100 points, you know. I do not remember if this is a good game or not. But I did want to show you guys. This is what makes me so angry about this game, is that very ending. Let's just say if his side skirts actually, like, I don't block crap on the side of this tank. It has heat panels, but I'm just trying to tell you guys that usually the light tanks are the best ones to shoot heat at, and apparently that guy from Mahau is just invincible. He also, if we were to go back and look at the video, you guys would see that he literally was next to me when he actually got detected. Which I do want to show you that really quick. So if we go back, so this is one of the things that I don't like is, so as you can see, like, I really didn't even see him coming. He obviously knew I was there, but I didn't get any signal. I didn't get any notifications. Nothing. Anyway, let me go ahead and go back. So this is a smart play if you guys get a chance. So like I said, this game mode is like, it's about being a vulture. So if you come up on people fighting, if you just wait, if you just wait a second, you can actually kill both of them, because they have to basically, I'm actually surprised that there's I actually thought to myself that these 2 people were honestly trying to rig. How do you not land a single shell on this Arlequin? He's not upgraded. Okay, finally lands a shell. So, I was actually thinking I was going to be going into a red zone here.
Not bad, not bad.
What I mean was I was going to go in here and then take the damage. But anyway, it seems like a smart play, right? This is what usually happens to me, is that 3 people come across me fighting. So if you're going to play the French tank, you want the autoloader, which is what you've seen the guy from Mahau using. I've gotten it before, but it's kind of been, you know, yeah. eating breakfast at the same time. So I have a full loadout, which is not normal for me. This is the first time that I've had an airstrike and have the, whatever you want to call it, the mine. This newest Steel Hunter came out. I don't know what they did recently, but they need to fix that. You're not ever going to land when you jump straight. So, I mean, I understand that they want to add some realism, but most of the tanks in the game aren't even real. So, they need to stop making it so you randomly do damage when you jump and land a little bit off. I mean, if I landed completely on my side, I could understand it, right? That was a really bad jump, and I probably shouldn't have made it, but when you have that happen and you have to use your repair kit in this game mode, that's the end of your game. Also, when you flip over, there should be a way to rock yourself, you know, rock yourself over, in my opinion, because it's so random that you have that happen. Trying to get level 7 for me in this tank has been really hard, but I've actually gotten a lot better with this vehicle. The main reason why is I avoid fighting people. So you go rotation speed instead. You want maneuverability, rotation speed, and then you want to get the machine gun, which is pretty OP. Now, I'm not a pro at it yet, but I use this, I use my detection to see where the guy was so I can not go over there, because the last thing I want to do is get into a battle with somebody. There's 8 tanks left, and I'm almost upgraded to 7. So I did want to tell you guys that there is something very weird, and that is I have played like 100 battles and I haven't gotten one single, you know, grand battle, if you will. Now I want you to look at how bad my delay is. You see that? There was no way I'm going to be hitting those guys. And it being like that, and I'm going to tell you, don't say, oh, just use the server reticle, that'll help. It does not help. The thing is, it's so bad. It doesn't work. It works for people that have a really good connection, so you can lead targets better. But for me, I just gotta pray. Hey, I hope it hits over there. That would be amazing if it did, but you know, hey, most likely not gonna. My RNG is just like, they're like, nah, man. You aren't hitting anything. I don't care what's going on. Game being like this, I have had people that have really good connections and they're so dirty that they say, just watch your replay to see what you did wrong. You guys tell me what I did wrong there. I should have been able to land at least 2 or 3 of those shells. If I had a good connection, I would have landed all 3 of those shells. I can just tell you that right now. So machine gun. So having an 8-second, but the problem is it takes time. So one of the biggest mistakes you could make in this, and I'm gonna make it, is that you don't ever stop moving. I'll just tell you that right now. Now look at how many shells whiff off into nowhere. I actually thought I was gonna die here. Look at that. So damn close. What I mean is that he got my motor. And it seems to happen to me um, all the time. All the time. I use 3 repair kits on average per game. You could say, oh, well, maybe you shouldn't be doing whatever you're doing. But it just doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? It doesn't work that way. So every point that I have earned was a 100. And every time I got down to the last 3, I have lost. I'm just going to tell you that right now. And it's usually due to RNG or to the fact of just really bad luck. And I'm going to go ahead and say that that has become so common for me, having this bad luck. It's become so common for me that I'm used to it. And I'm ready, and I'm just waiting because I'm so angry. You know, I'm so angry. Because I'm used to this happening. These, just terrible stuff. I mean, like I said, I actually lost 2 repair kits in one game yesterday, and they were the main repair kits. What I mean is I had to use my repair kit 3 times and then a 4th because I kept getting modules broken. You could say that they have damage per minute and all that, but it just doesn't work that way. Look at this, I'm sliding down the hill. I use my airstrike. Or sorry, I used my thing. Now I want you guys to see this. It only does 400 and it hit him on the side. So I do 1,000 to this guy. I ram him and it does so much damage to me that's it for me. And this is where I make the mistake, assuming that I'm going to be able to kill him before and he fires and kills me. It's like I said, it's just, So this is my first game out of every game I've played that's 200 points. And I'm at 14. I want you guys to see, like, I'm at 14 right now. So it has been a very long road. Okay, so I don't remember if this is an insta kill game or this is actually the one I'm going to get my 3 points in, I think. Let's check the comments. There's no comments. There are 4 people watching. Thanks for coming into my stream. I'm actually not doing this live, obviously. These are pre-recorded games, but that I did just about an hour ago. And I mean, a lot of people go, well, dude, you started yesterday and you already hit 14. You obviously are better than what you're saying you are. I'm just trying to tell you that I'm kind of fed up with me having used 3 repair kits, running out of repair kits, having my APCR or heat just not pin just for random reasons. Like I try APCR and it bounces, I try heat, it bounces. In the beginning of the games, I'll just say that I've gotten so used to not hitting a damn thing or bouncing that I don't even load the AP rounds. I just load a heat for this, so I could do max damage, right? It's a critical hit, but it's not enough to track him, which doesn't make any sense to me. That was right in the turret, which is super thin. It should have pinned. So that's 3 shots. Basically, for me right now, I'm going, you know what? I am not going to win this game because of RNG. But I do know this. These 2 guys are probably going to have to fight each other because they're so close, and there's no way they can escape. So I should be able to be like a vulture, which is what this game teaches you. Just be a vulture. Just wait, and then once you see them fight, kill the last guy remaining with your full hit points and hope that somebody else isn't watching too. I just think that this game, whether you play pubs or not, is dirty. What I mean, if you play pubs, it teaches you to just be selfish. If you want to get, good damage all the time, you have to be super selfish. As you guys can see, I'm like literally surrounded with these, with these yellow checkpoints. I mean, I just have so many of them. I have so many of them that I should be able to come out of here at least tier 4. So, I'm sitting here thinking maybe my luck's turned,
Each airdrop brings you one step closer to victory.
guys that I said was gonna fight, they just probably chased each other off out of my detection range. So this is why I actually don't use my X button. You know, I don't use the X button very often, because usually I can find them on my own. Now watch this. Look at how long. I want to show you guys this. Let's go back. Let's go just a little bit forward more. Okay, so look, I right when the turret, I'm gonna start counting. 1001, 1002, 1003. So I fired before because I knew it wasn't gonna pin anyway. Honestly, I know he isn't gonna want to mess with me. And the main reason why is that I'm in a really good place where he can't circle me. And I think he knows it. I'm going to go ahead and let him get those things. But I'm going to get this, which should help, you know, should benefit me. So, so like I said, I am not hitting people.
You have enough experience.
As you guys can see. I'm not going to be hitting too many people. You guys can tell if you watch, not only do I have a second delay on my aim time, which means I have to sit there for a hell of a long time. Now I would say that the only way that they could make this game fair would be to give me some sort of lag compensation, to where if I have a certain amount of ping, that basically my aim time is cut off by 1 second. You know what I mean? So it's fair. And it's not fair right now. I know that lag compensation can be taken advantage of using connection modifications. But those are easy to detect. Look, I'm like, I ain't even gonna bother firing. I ain't gonna hit anybody anyway. On that one I was just hoping. Hoping RNG would gift me. Now I'm gonna tell you, I'm really bitter about this because, like I said, I have not had a good game since Friday. You tell me what happened. What did I do? What did I do that to deserve such a bad run of things? Seriously. So it looks like we got 2 people fighting here. I'm gonna go ahead and go for him, and of course that's not gonna pin. He's not really watching. Which, I mean, I'm surprised. I really thought that was going to bounce him. Seriously, I thought that was going to bounce him. So, instead of going for armor, I'm going for hit points because this thing is just a little bit more maneuverable. But it has a crazy lower plate. Like, you can hit it from anywhere, pretty much. So I pinned that guy. He's got me. He's doing a track pin on me, and now I have no shots on him whatsoever. I just will say I'm glad that he picked the autoloader, because the autoloader screws you at the end of rounds with the American tank. The only time you can actually do good with it is if you have trap, which means you can fire 4 quickly, and then you wait, and then you'll finish him off. But as I said, I now have 3,000 hit points, which is basically the same as the mouse, so it's going to take a hell of a lot. So that's why if you do get this, I would recommend getting this part. The one problem I will say that you can run into is if you run into another German one and they go armor, it's much harder to pin him. But if you go armor and you can, like, say on this map, if you're in the middle of a bunch of buildings, it doesn't matter how fast you are as long as you're not in an open area, you know. But if you're not sure where the final battle is going to be, this is probably the most, I think it's the best one for me anyway. You guys can let me know what you think of it. So, if I can get upgraded. Sorry about the lag. I don't know why my frame rates are dropping with my recording equipment. They shouldn't be. Because this should be at 60 frames. So if I can get one more, then I can get... I'm going to go for DPM on this instead of high alpha. I think. Or maybe I go high... I don't remember. I think I end up with a 400 alpha. So I will say that I do think that skill has something to do with winning, especially against lag, but when you can't facehug people and reliably hit places because you are delayed, and you can't tell when you are delayed and when you're not delayed, it can be quite a horror show. So I don't know what these two tanks are. I probably should hit tab here. I think I actually do remember myself thinking of hitting tab, but I wanted to see if these guys were coming for me. So since I have so much hit points, I have two boosters, and I have, it says four circles of regeneration, which can really help out at the end of a game. Now, I will say that if you're on this map, going to that ship is an absolute horror show. So there's a fight going on here. I could tell because why would he drop his pink smoke unless he knows I'm coming? And all of a sudden you can see that there's two dead tanks and then he's there. I'm actually lucky that actually pinned. Seriously. So if I can get this green thing, then I'm going to get the final upgrade. Which, like I said, you can pick the 150 if you want to, but if you bounce, you're going to be waiting so long. You know, so I'm going to go ahead and go for, I think I go for loading speed. So basically, we're going to do 400 pin, but we'll have a 7.6 reload, which is definitely not anything when it comes to the Harbinger. But with me having so much hit points, it shouldn't matter. And as you guys can hear, I heard something from behind me. If you guys have 7.1, I have my sound settings up so that, you know, so that you can hear that stuff. So that's actually how come I knew he was there. You can hear it. If you guys are ever curious on how to do that, 13 Disciple, he actually has a good video where he shows camera settings and things that just basically help and make things a lot less laggy, and makes things a lot less cluttered. Like, you'll notice whenever I'm aimed in, you will not see any kind of, you know, there won't be any explosions, grass disappears. I do like the way the game looks in third person, so I don't feel like I need to mess with that, but in all reality, if you get rid of all of that, you probably have faster gameplay. So that's why I keep getting, you know, I'm getting ready to get another monitor. It should come here on the 26th, which is going to make a huge difference for me because it's a half of a millisecond, which is going to be the best monitor that I've ever had. And so my monitor that I have unhooked right now, I should be able to put that in as my secondary, and it has FreeSync in it. The new one I'm getting has G-Sync, but we'll see. So yeah, 400. This is a tactic I have used before. I don't know if it's just the way it's supposed to be, but I ended up this way, and where I'm going to go ahead and go with this is, if you stay up above something like that and people really need it, you can farm them. I'm really thinking the guy that was behind me is over here, but there's only 4 left, and there he is. Like I said, I don't know how that even hit him, but we should be able to take these guys on. One thing is, this guy's not using, he's just gonna YOLO me, and as you guys can see, I'm gonna go ahead and get, what was that, 300 ram damage? He literally is on 49 health. I don't know if this guy knows it or not, but So look, this is where I'm going to use my regeneration shield to get back my 3,000 hit points. It's totally the best time to do it. Using that turbo to close the distance so that he can't pin my lower plate is the best thing. Even if you're in trap, you can use it to get out of trap. So although this isn't the best tank, honestly, and I guarantee you there are people that are better than me and that can play any other tank and probably beat me, I'm going to go ahead and say that this is one of those games, like I said, where I'm throwing tactics out the window. What I'm actually hoping for is to get a replenish. I want to get a replenish. Yeah, he's using heat, and that's probably the Raven's problem, is he's using heat. That was his first mistake. That, and he gave away his position. But you know, how do you know somebody's going to be behind you? So you guys can see, if you look, I'm always way off. It never hits where I aim, and of course I'm not going to wait the full 3 minutes for my aim time. You know? Yeah, this armor, like I said, from distance is much better and a lot harder to hit than the other one. The other one has such a massive lower plate. So I'm going to go ahead and use this turbo to close the distance. One of the biggest things I'm looking at is the fact that if I can cut him off here, seriously, I'm going to go up here, and then when I realize I'm going to die, I'm basically like, you know what, I can take the damage, but he's going to end up getting killed, and I'm not, so I can use my... He gets my ammo rack from behind, which just really sucks, so I'm going to go ahead and use my regeneration. He's actually getting the benefits of it as well, I think. Actually, no, he's not. So that's his game right there. I think he used up all his things. He probably used... And that's it. That's game. Salute. That's my best game that I have gotten since I've been playing this. And I'm not kidding you. So this also gives me the ability to purchase. It gives me the ability to purchase some stuff. And one of the things I'm going to be able to get is the furniture, whatever it is, future. So that's my first 400. I've gotten 300. I've gotten 200. I've gotten 100. Oh, wait a minute. I think this is actually some sort of bonus. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go ahead and bring up World of Tanks, and we're going to go ahead and go to that. Let me just make it maximized real quick. Alright, so I just want to double check to make sure everything's cool. No comments. So we're going to go ahead and pick up the charred furniture. So we get infinite tracks, which is cool. Yeah, it's totally worth it. We're going to go ahead and purchase it. And we now have the charred furniture. Char future. Future. Alright. So we can go ahead and get out of Steel Hunter. Now I'm going to go ahead and say that I do not like Steel Hunter. I really don't. But I am going to go ahead and say that I actually am not terrible at it. So we have the future. I don't know what I want to run on it. I think I want to run this, because we won this as well. It looks pretty nice on it. I think we're going to go ahead and go with that. Now, probably the thing that interests me the most about this is it has the old penetration of the bat chat, which was 264. I don't think they should have ever changed that, because now you cannot pin, you know, Russian tanks pretty much with your standard shells, which means you have to use a ton of heat. So I'm never going to use HE. We are probably going to go with 16 and 16. Actually, I think this carries more rounds, because I remember I used to go 20 and 10. So is this a 3-round autoloader? Or is it a 4? Let's see. No, it's a 4. That's odd. But anyway, we will need it. We will need it. Definitely going to need that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go with we're going to go with full repair. Where is my why do I not have the option for full kits here? Am I out? Oh, look, they're right there. Wow. Okay, so that's going to save us a lot because I'm not going to have to fix my track every 15 seconds. So this is what I ran on the actual bat chat. We're going to go ahead and go with that. We're going to go ahead and go with vert stabs, and then we're going to go ahead and go with coated optics, which we have all of that. Whoops. Let's go back and do this again. Vert stabs, coated optics, and this should be the best setup for us for this tank. It should be the best setup. We do not need these guys. I'm going to leave them though. I'm just going to send them to the barracks, and then we're going to go ahead and grab our bat chat crew. I'm just going to basically return them, then send them to the garage, send crew to barracks. And we're going to go ahead and get them set up in here. So there we go. Bat chat 25T. Make sure they're all the same. We're going to go ahead and do accelerated crew training because I don't actually need any of this. So I was curious how much. So I could get 28,000 from that. I think I'm going to go ahead and just save that for a day when I'm not doing too well. So we have camouflage up to max, which is not very good. I actually thought this would have better camo. I might actually not. I don't think I actually need this thing. I think I might actually be able to go. I might actually be able to go with something different. What I mean is I might be able to go with improved ventilation over it, but it has 32 accuracy, so we should be okay. And of course we want to make credits, so want to make some creds. We've just hit 20,000 bonds. Let's see, is anybody watching? We actually have less people watching, so this is going to be our first game in the charred furniture. All right, let's see if we can get some good RNGs. So, I'm curious what you guys think about what you just seen. Oh, that hurts. Oh, neck cramp. Oh man, that was bad. Woo. Neck cramp of the gods. So I have nerve damage, which means I basically, if I tighten my calf muscle too much, it will stay tight, and I have to literally stand up on it to get it to loosen. And then the same thing happens with my neck muscle, and I do believe that the same thing happens with my heart, which causes its arrhythmia. But at least it's just one little muscle in my heart. It's not the whole thing, or I'd probably pass out and then wake up again. But I have serious health issues, as you guys might have figured out by now. Yeah, I want to check the... Alright, this is a terrible map for us. We have a 38-second reload, which kind of says to me a lot, honestly. So it's a 4-round autoloader. That's where it's different, because I'm used to the bat chat having 5. And our inner clip, I don't know what it is, but I'm sure it's probably horrible. So we got this cool camo, though. It looks nice on here. I really like it. I think it's going to stay on this. It really fits. That reminds me, I want to change my do not use map to this. Yep, affirmative on that. Affirmative. Yeah, I hate this map. It's horrible. You literally just go one way, and that's it. You go one way. Yeah, it feels good, this thing. It feels good with the, I could tell with the turning. It feels like the old batch had. I really am upset that they nerfed it so hard. I mean, it's like you could say, oh, you can say whatever you want about it, but I'd say that the worst thing they did to it was lower the penetration of it. It's like, yeah, it's an autoloader. Oh, well, it would technically lose all of that. Well, so would every Russian tank, because almost all of them have autoloaders. Seriously. They have that circular clip that goes around the turret, you know, almost all of them. So we're going to be going up against some hull down beasts. Now, one of the things we do have here is we have some gun depression, which I'm not used to having, honestly. So I'm going to try that. Gun depression. And then I'm going to do my old routine here where I yeah, so that inner clip is pretty bad. This guy's just waiting. I want to get him to fire. Yeah, it's so inaccurate, the Bat Chat AP, unless you have a really good crew. I'd like to pop out, but he can do 1800 damage. See if he shoots at the engine thing. Yeah, 4-second interclip is kind of terrible. Why not just make this thing a 7 or 5 second reload? Yeah, I most definitely don't want to be sitting out here for 4 seconds. But let's check something. 1001, 1002, 1000, almost 3 seconds. Like I said, it's very hard to shoot somebody when you have a second extra on your aim time because of delay, which I used to say, lag on this game. It's why I was like, you don't need it. You don't need any of this garbage on here. You can do whatever you want to, but unfortunately, as you guys can see, even with having that, makes things pretty rough. Yeah. I took a round and I couldn't pin those guys because of the lack of penetration. We do have a good long wait before we reload. I'm gonna go ahead and chill over here with him. I do not think that the M60 is going to be very easy to pin, but I think if somebody hits this corner and they see us. This guy thinks I'm going to no matter what happens, I'm going to be using him as spaced armor. Because he's in front of me. If he took the other side, then I'd be fine. But I'm literally going to fire and get out of here. That's it. See ya. Bye. He's trying to get a detection on us. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Ooh, we double tapped him. Double tappy. A little tappy shappy. Yeah, if he pops out this Borsig, that means that the autoloader is going to fire. You might wonder why I'm giving the back of my tank. How did that miss? I hit the other barrel. I hit the barrel of the tank over there. Wow. I guess one of those things, you know. Alright, well it doesn't look like our first game's going to be anything impressive. You can see that, you know, where I'm at W and 8 wise is terrible. I feel like we are super slow all of a sudden too. What is making this thing so slow? I'm gonna try and flank over here. I think there's gonna be some nastiness over here. Hopefully he tries to come through here. No, he's not. Damn! This sucks. Just basically some one-shotters. Which, right now, thunk dead. Yep. Yeah, that sucked. Yeah, this is not so hot for me, honestly. But hey, whatever. You know, can't have a good game all the time, right? Wow, that was nowhere near where I was aiming, but I'll take it. Ah, that sucked. Of course it dropped. Of course it dropped. Wow. If it's a Russian tank, it ain't gonna hit. I can hit another guy automatically from 3 miles away, but as soon as a Russian tank appears, my round just misses. That's because I have a 19-second aim time when it should be 2 point something. Like I said, it should not be as high as it is. Well, you have delay and blah 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 blah. It's like, yeah, you can fix that. They could also put in a system where they match people based on skill. You know, maybe on years of play, maybe on how many games, maybe even start a system that's like a prestige. You know, people will want to be known as being good, right? I don't know what else is over here, but I do not want to end this game with such low damage.
On les a eus! Prête à tirer! Celui-là a pénétré!
4 seconds later,
On les a eus!
I'm gonna go ahead and get cat points. We got blue stats with it, so I guess we're not terrible, right? Get some cat points. Not a bad looking tank for sure. Not a bad looking tank at all. So we did 2,000 damage. I guess it's a good game for my first game in this. Definitely enjoyed it. It plays exactly like any French one except for that 4 seconds. You really can feel that's a long time. But I like the pin, so I don't have to spam heat. And that's probably the worst part about the batch hat is that you literally, it's only good if you're using heat because the AP shells, you're not accurate enough to hit anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on my crew. And hey, it got me up to 78, so I can't be angry with that. Seems like it's going to be a decent, good, you know, a good crew trainer. We got a lot of assistance somehow. We got purple efficiency. Oh, that's because we got the cat points. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Make a little screenshot action here. There we go. That's a mod, by the way, you can get. It's on the website. Let's see what's going on here as well. So it looks like put the Centurion, Action X, and others in your garage. Yeah, if you want to give them to me for free. Yeah, the Action X is a decent tank. It's got good penetration, but if it had the 105 on it, I would get it, but it doesn't. So no thanks. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next stream. I hope you enjoyed getting screwed with me. Getting screwed. Alright, later.